Welcome. This is all a bit new for me, so welcome to my channel. I am the Fats. This is going to be a Championship Manager Season 0102 game with a little difference. We're actually going to be playing the new or newish 1995-96 database. So I will say from the start, bear with me, because I haven't done this on this computer before. I have switched recently from Windows to Mac and it's all different, so getting used to it. Things might be all over the place, but we'll see how we go. I've got a few mornings and potentially evenings this week free with the wife away, so I might be able to get a fair chunk done. So let's tell you what we're going to do. As you know, if you probably know me, I am quite often on the Champman forums, and what I've done, I've looked up one of the official challenges on there. This is Challenge 17, and it's called A Football Philosophy. So what I'll do, I'll just read you the preamble and then tell you where we go from there. So here we go. So the website, obviously, if you don't know, is champman0102.net. If you want anything 0102 related, get on there, register. Up-to-date databases, historical databases now. There's a number of them popping up. But yeah, all manner of things that you want. You can have tactics, you can have training schedules, everything with regards to the game is there. Stay for the game, stay for the banter, as they say, and we continue to keeping the game alive. So yeah, as I say, Challenge 17, A Football Philosophy. So we'll just read this. It's probably easier. The 1995 European Cup final saw AC Milan paired with Ajax Amsterdam. Two great footballing giants of the past. One, the epitome of the modern era of football, with its big name signings, huge transfer fees and glamour. The other, a member of football royalty, trying to adapt to a sport that was becoming increasingly more about money and leaving that club behind. Milan, under the stewardship of Fabio Capello, were the reigning European champions and the dominant force in European football. Ajax were the surprise package and had in fact exceeded all expectations just by reaching the final. They were made up of a largely unknown group of young players who were barely in young trousers. Everyone expected them to be cannon fodder for the mighty Milan. So your job, my job, is to now take control of Ajax, replace Louis van Gaal, and return them to the summit of European football. We start easy. This particular challenge was set up for a different database, but now that the 1995-96 database has been created, I can join literally days after that European Cup final. That took place in May. We will join the game in July 1995. With the challenge, the way that they've done it on the forum, there would have been points available, all sorts of things like that. I'm not sure we'll go down that route, but the stipulations for it, it was a particular 6-season challenge. Season 1 would be a non-scoring season in which I must use to get rid of any player that is 23 years old or more. And then going forward, seasons 2 to 6, 5 further seasons, would be used to accumulate as many trophies as possible, with an emphasis on winning the Champions League. At the start of every season, you must not have any player in the squad that is 23 or more. Players that turn 23 during the season are and remain eligible for that season. So there we are. 23 and under, the Ajax philosophy, a football philosophy. We will get into it. You will have a look at the squad in a minute. Names now, when we look at it in 2022, are all household names. In 1995, we were looking at nobodies really. Young players from the Ajax Academy, just making their name in the world. So let's get into it. Game is loaded. There I am, Eb van der Vat. And the Ajax directors obviously expect us to mount a serious challenge for the title. So, yeah, as I say, please do join me as and when you can. That would be great. Watch back on Twitch. I am hopefully recording as well. Hey Starbury, how are you? And then you can watch it back on my YouTube channel as well if you want. Search for the Ab Fats on there. Yeah, as I say, not sure how long this will last. I don't know if the laptop will work. Hopefully it will hold out for me, and then we'll be able to kind of breeze through and see where we go. So let's have a look at the squad first of all. And there we are. We've got Fred Grimm. We have Edwin van der Sar. We have Michael Reitsiger at 22. We have van der Sar at 24, which means he'll have to be sold. Winston Bohard, gone. Frank de Boer, gone. Danny Blind, long gone. Edgar Davids will stay with me for a year. Finidi George, just too old. Royster ended up at Ipswich at some point. Hoekstra, he's okay. Kiki Musampa. Mark Overmars will stay for a bit. Litmanen's too old. Carnu. And Kluivert. So I'm sorted for forwards. But yeah, the De Boers are gone. There'll be a lot of work to be doing in the transfer market. So let's have a look at that. There will be some familiar names here obviously, but a lot that we will not be able to even look at. So with this being 95-96, I have no idea who's on this database, to be fair. So this is the first time I've ever loaded it up. But there's some good names. Signori, Baggio, Robbie Carlos, George Weah. All of these players probably not even interested in coming, but also way too old. So we'll look at the under 21s. And there's some names there. You wouldn't expect Noel Whelan to be one that pops up. So first thing I will do is assign some scouts. I always assign one scout to myself, just to see how players are doing. Next opposition, obviously. Someone looking at youth players. And then we will start looking around the world for players. South America could start. Let's have a look at Africa, see what we can dig up from there. And one more, probably say Southern Europe to start. So as you see, 23 million in the bank. Or 15 million in the bank, but 23 million available. And what we first need to do is look to potentially be ruthless. So Daily Blind. No, we'll look at some players first. Hello. Wasn't expecting anyone to actually be on that list. Johan Cruyff. Let's give him a hot prospect. See if we can make sure he comes in. As he's young centre back, good start. What's foreign's the player rules? Let's have a look. Oh, we're in the World Championships. Interesting. That could be a trophy right off the back then if we're okay there. And a Super Cup. No player restrictions for Holland, so I can bring in whoever I want. Which is good. Yeah, absolutely. Let's have a look at school. Zlatan at 13 years old, but he's already got a confirmed transfer for 2 years down the line. Some big names here. Can't even Clive out on that list, that's good. Oh, Carlos Puyol. Will come in. Let's give me a squad rotation. Yep, I can afford that. Alcia, never heard of him. See what he's like. Mikhail Forsell. Could be worth a trial. David Villa at 13. No, he's already going somewhere. Saviola. If I needed a striker, that could have been good. It's not the Ronaldo. Shakpoke, where was he? There he is. 16. Shall we have a look? Yeah, some big names there. Well, Xavi I missed. Is it him? It is him. Villa and Charleroi are interested, so we better get in early. 11 grand, why not? Okay, you know more than I do then. Never heard of him. Some players I do know, some are all new to me. Walter Samuel could be an option. Oh, there's the Ronaldo. That's most of the budget. I'll get him on the short list though. Good to weaken a rival. Milan Bellenkamp. Ziegler, he sounded Dutch for a second, but he's not. Fortuna Mark van Bommel. He looks good, doesn't he? Attacking midfielder though, not sure about that. Let's have a look at him later. Gattuso. Yeah, so there's options out there. I must admit, when I looked at that 95-96 squad, I expected a fair chunk of them to be actually younger than they are. I didn't think I would need to be stripping the whole squad straight away. So Musampa stays, Kanu stays, Demchenko, stamina 6, he's no good. Big matches 5, consistency 2. Played a game called World Soccer Manager. Oh yeah, I remember that, yeah, WSM. All the best games back then. So yeah, we've got from Davids downwards really. Let's see what we got in the reserves. Denny Lanza, Melchior, which is a bit of an issue because I'm not actually planning on playing a right back. Come to that in a second. DMR, left foot only. Not sure about that. Melchior definitely wasn't. O'Brien, yeah, John O'Brien. Left midfield, he could stay. Looks alright. The things I look at first: stamina. 14's alright, determination's good, he can pass. Not bad. Got another Kanu here, Chris Kanu. So there's options. Okay, let's get into transfers. No, let's get into tactic first. What I will look at doing is using my own tactic, which is a non-wib-wob, so might extend the game maybe, or may even shorten the game if I get fired for being rubbish. But here we are, and we have 3 at the back. Attacking short hard, it's the only way I know how to play, but there's a few player instructions in there. So opposition marking on the left and right centre backs. The middle centre back is going to be a bit of a ball playing centre back, and he'll be able to pass out and be that spare man. I don't think we'll have many playing 3 up front. If we've got 1 up front, then potentially something different. The defensive midfielder, just short passing and hard tackling, that's all he needs. The rest can be squad. The left centre midfielder, he's got a few instructions. So he's back for defensive free kicks. Goes forward and is quite attacking in every other aspect. The right centre midfielder is the same. Doesn't have the long shots though there, you'd notice. And then the middle one, he just sits. So the defensive midfielder, yeah, good. No worries, Star. I appreciate you being in with a difference in time difference there. So thanks for dropping in. We'll see you in a bit, hopefully. So yeah, he plays the through balls. He's your schemer really in midfield. Your wingers, forward runs, running with ball, crossing ball. Same for the left and the right. And then your centre forward runs with the ball a bit. But yeah, he'll be shooting on sight essentially. So that will, looking at the squad, be Kluivert, I think. Kanu is his able assistant. I'll be swapping round there maybe. But I think Kluivert will be player 1. Right, Sigurd. So I'm the type of man who doesn't care about positions really. I work on the attributes that the player has. So right Sigurd, as you see here, is a right back. But he has stamina, got good finishing randomly. He's got pace, he's got positioning. I reckon he could do a job as a centre back, so I won't be selling him off straight away. He may well be playing as a centre back. What I do need to look at quite drastically is a goalie, because he's not going to cut it. So what I do, I have my own searches basically, which look a little bit like this. Let me show you. So I have saved the attributes that I like personally for the positions that I'm looking for. So obviously handling, agility, reflexes, all good for a keeper. I like him to pass, even though goalies can never pass in this game. Good positioning, pace, coming off his line, that kind of thing. So we'll look and see what we've got in terms of this age range. And we've got Dida. Hoping I won't have issues with potentially histories in the game, and he's just joined the club and all that kind of malarkey. So let's offer 3. El Singer could be a good backup. He could be a better backup. 300 grand. Let's see what we can do with him. In a slightly older age range. Oh, there's many more. Let's see what ages we've got. Toldo. Not much around. Zoltmolder. Looks alright. 500 grand. Let's see what we can do with him. Let's have a look at centre backs. Interested. All of those, hello. We haven't changed the age of them. Under 21s. Nope, none there. So we take a couple of the attributes off. Let's look at under 21s, give ourselves a couple of extra years. Let's see if we can spot a name or two that we know might get good. Attacking Arby. Expensive, Vital Karanka. Expensive as well. Dick Van Burik. Pace, finishing, stamina, can't tackle. He's no good. Need a bit of scouting. We'll come back to centre back. DMC, we might get some of the same names. Yeah, Salah's not interested, is he? Let's go with interested. Let's take it down to 7 of them maybe. And the age, of course. Okay. Ruud van Nistelrooy, a centre forward. With all the attributes to play DMC. 7 of them anyway. Klompe. Let's bring him in, see if he can grow in the training. Bring in Van Bommel and play him as a DMC anyway. Could play as that middle centre mid. 9. Okay. I like attacking centre midfielders, so I'm just going to skip over my MC and just go for AMC. Del Piero, of course, will come in. Let's see what we've got here. JJ, too expensive. We've got none. Anyone on a free? How are you? Why are you not interested in joining me? Have you just gone there maybe? Karim Begari of Peruzzi. 128,000 stadium. Could be good. Bobby Petter, left midfield maybe. Third order, not going to sell to me though. Gio, for the Rangers fans. Great, 6-7 for crossing. Johan Cruyff. Don't think he's going to come home just yet. Have a look at wingers. I'm expecting more players to be interested. Patrick Hobberlin. No. Gilbert van der Heuvel. He's a body, I guess. Okay. Let's clear that for now. Looks good, don't need a forward. Guerrero looks excellent. I'm not paying that. No thanks. Loyal. McKinley. Scout. Donny is another forward. Brazilian forward. Radachoyu. Anderton could come in. Not for that price. Rivaldo. Cheers, I've not plugged in my laptop. Give me 1 second, people. That was a bit of an error, apologies. We are now plugged in. We can play. So yeah, anyone who's joining me, if you know of any players that may be decent on this 95-96 update, then do let me know. Yeah, I mean, my memory of the time is great. It's these kind of players that I remember, though. The ones that I could be blowing my whole transfer budget on. But I've got a season to sell off the older guys, so don't have to rush into it. I can replace them slowly. No idea about transfer windows. Obviously they didn't really exist back then, did they? So Marcio Santos, too old as well. Okay. So yeah, they didn't exist back then. So I may be able to buy as the season goes on. Right, let's make a start. See where we can get to. We start with Groningen, Willem II and Twente. PSV have accepted an offer for René Klomp. He's going to be squad rotation. He wants 20 grand. What's he on currently? 12. Yeah, do it. Belgium and Holland. Co-host Euro 2000. Aston Villa on Xavi. Excelsior on Xavi. Klomp is in. The first signing of this era. René Klomp. Is the only DMC really, so he'll probably be starting. He's already finding it hard. He's been here a couple of days. One can't be that bad. They've only just purchased Nykamp. Okay. That won't change. Everyone wants Chomakov. He's only just been signed. I thought I might come up against this. You'll absolutely come in, Mr. Let's call it 750. He's only just been purchased. So Mr. Roy, 15 grand I can cope with. Class Puyol is coming in. You have no idea what he will be like. He looks awful. You can just go straight down to young Ajax for a while. And here we are in Portugal for our first game. To be taking on Sporting Lisbon. The Sporting Lisbon side who have Beto, who can be scouted. I don't know what he looks like anymore. Thiago, poor goalie. Nuno Valente, I'm not playing left back. Costinha, not the Costinha. Sapinto, another forward, could play him on that wing there. Afonso Martins. Not much on offer. Good to see Flexi's Keffin Druids. We'll be dancing on the streets of Flexi's Keffin Druid this evening. Otherwise known as Wrexham. Right. So let's use the big boys while we can. De Boer. Let's go Bochard. De Boer. Lind. Let's give Klomp his debut. Let's go Davids. Let's go De Boer, Davids, Roycer. Let's go Overmars. Let's go Fanidi. Let's go Kluivert. No space for Litmanen. Space for Litmanen. Centre mid, but that's a job. Grimm, Reitziger, Siloy, Marcio. Roycer, Hoekstra, come on out. Let's just get them all up and run on the bench. Let's see who they pick as captain. It could be 44. What's auto giving me? 41. 44. 44. There he is. Okay, so let's play. First game, we'll go relatively slow. Got a bit of a superstition on what screen I start on. I always start on match stats. So let's see how we go. Slow start, 12 minutes in. Clivert over the bar. Lippman's running it. Clivert scores 1-0. First shot actually on target. Tight, just the way. No, second shot, second goal. I'll take that. David sets it over. Well, decent half. Decent half, we'll take that. Overmars not playing well. David is worth more than a 6 there, really. Poor tackling, I guess. Bohard's not done anything wrong, really. 7 out of 8. Missed his tackle. Okay, let's see. Let's go a little bit faster. There you go. It's one-way traffic. No one's too tired yet. Overmars is though injured, so Miss Sampa can come on. Clivert's got his goal, so he can have a rest. Let's try right to get in the back 3, see what happens. Let's try Marcio Santos as well. Let's give Lippman a blow. 5 subs, half an hour to go. So if it's not a long one for Overmars. Let's put one back right at the end. I'll take that. See what I was saying about goalies and passing. Van der Sar, 12 for passing, 2 out of 8. That'll be a running thing to check, but we're off and running. 2-1 win, and Carlos Puyol joins us, and he looks good. Tackling 6 is a bit of an issue. Doesn't really need technique. Heading. Okay, maybe he's not ready for first team football, but he's determined. And Hooivel, yeah, he's gone straight into the reserves. Did Puyol go in the reserves? No, maybe he should. Ajax lead for Francescoli. I don't think we do. Only 10 years older than we can accept. Xavi's in. He will need a bit of work as well. Ruud van Nistelrooy. He will grow as well, hopefully. Bobby at Porto. Let's have a look at Porto. Ed Milson. Again, someone else I don't need. Oh. Borderline. Rocking 12, tackling 13. Only get a year out of him. Yeah. Emerson. We know Emerson. He was not an attacking midfielder either. Maybe he'll be off to Borough soon. George Costa. No, that's what I'm looking at. Could get a year out of him, maybe. Up his price while he's there. Quinzinho. Golden striker. Jorge Silva. No. Okay. Here we are at Porto. Overmars is out for a few days. That's fine. Let's give Hoekstra the start. Puyol's only going to get better with game time, so he's in. Aarhus. Interesting. Got anyone decent? Got a lot of young guys. They probably all need scouting. Okay. So where are we? De Boer. Klomp. I do need another DMC, don't I? Puyol, maybe I'll wear 41. Sure, I can wear that for now. Clover, one now. So this is a dream of mine. I would love to be sitting in a dugout opposite Sir Bobby Robson. Man is an absolute legend. Sure you will know if you know me, I'm a Newcastle fan. Oh, that man, superb. Good days, but hopefully good times are coming back to our club. Don't get me started on ownership issues. Don't want to talk about that really. But yeah, Newcastle on the up, let's say. Let's hope we beat Everton this evening. So we've been played off the park a bit, really. 2 from 5, they are 5 from 6. The defence are not really doing much. Are we holding the ball? I'm not from up there, actually. My brother is, 14 years older than me. So he was up there, uni, as I was a young chap. And that coincided with Keegan taking over the first time. So yeah, going up, seeing him, fell in love with the club, fell in love with the town, and it went from there. Yeah, Andy Cole was a bit of an idol for me as a forward when I was playing, just so effortless, especially when he was with us. That 41 goal season, he was amazing. Still haven't quite got over the fact that we sold him to Man U, but yeah. So yeah, been through the ringer with that club in the last 20 odd years. Yes, Andrew Cole. What a guy. Yeah, glad he went off and did what he did. He was a great player, but wish he would have stayed with us for a little longer. Finidi can have a run. De Boer can play on a wing. Klomp injured again. Stick Marcio Santos in there. Centre backs and DMCs are pretty much one and the same, really. Clive for Kanu again. And then let's give Hoekstra. Yeah, we used to be everyone's second team, didn't we? And then our friend Mike Ashley came in, and that swiftly changed. 2-0. He was nobody's best friend, really, and yeah, he's almost killed our club. And yeah, could have been devastating. David Edgar, not Edgar Davids, David Edgar. Yeah, David Edgar was a guy, Canadian guy, yeah. yeah, didn't really break through, but he did play a few games. How you feeling on Canada's chances of qualification? Should make it from there, right? 4 points clear, is it? Absolutely. It'd be great to see them there. Trauma coverage rejected everyone, including us. No, we're the only ones left. Why has he not accepted us then? Interesting. Right, let's have a look here. Siloy will not be wearing 5 anymore. What did we do with Puyol? There he is. He'll wear 5. Let's see. 14. Hello. Keep that shirt number then. Who's wearing 6 currently? Blind. Xavi's got to wear 6, isn't he? Van Callen, who are you? Why are you wearing number 9? Not anymore. Do we give it Kluivert or do we give it Van Nistelrooy? It's a tough one. Van Nistelrooy can wear 10, can't he? Blind, I would have given number 3, but Frank's got that. Wooter, who's Wooter? Get off the ball. Show me what you can do in the reserves. I'm not wearing 7 though, mate. I'm not wearing 9. 9 goes to Kluivert. Let's give the ball 7. And then that means Kanu can have number 4. He loves a number 4. The rest really fast. Littmanen maybe should have a better number. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat there. Worked at the Canadian Soccer Association. That's good. So you know some of these guys. The Jonathan Davids of the world. And Alfonso. Did your time overlap? What number do I give the blend here? Let's give him 15. Could probably do with daily blend, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. For sale. Can absolutely sit in one reserves for a bit. Yep, especially on those wages. DeVos, okay. Older, yeah. Yeah, there's a guy on the forums, on the CM forums, whose username was Craig Forrest. He was a good lad, he's a Canadian. Yeah, CF's a good lad. Yeah, I remember the goalies from that time. Okay, yeah, Hutchinson. So this is the golden age, right? Golden age of Canadian football. And regardless of what happens when you get there, it should kind of kick on through youngsters in the country, you'd reckon? Or how do you pull it away from ice sports? He was commentator. He was always fun when he was over here in England. He was on the back end of one of the 9-0s, wasn't he? So, FIFA Club World Cup. River, Toluca, and Al Hilal. I've got no one, that shouldn't be an issue. Could be good, who knows? Abundis, that rings a bell. Which River we'll look at. 2 Pereiras. Both look good. Yep, Ipswich Town, 9-0. Hell of a kick-in that was. So, he's listed. Strength, heading. 1.2. Matthias Almeida, now there's a signing. Doesn't look as good as he should. Oh yes, Thomas Radzinski. What a shout that was. Paul Pesky-Solido, married to Karen Brady, who's on the board at West Ham, but also stars in a TV show over here, The Apprentice. He obviously got it in America with Mr. Trump. We have Alan Sugar, former chairman of Spurs, as the man in the hot seat over here. But yeah, Karen Brady is one of his associates. So yeah, she's well known to people. But yeah, Pesky-Solido was he was the man on that header, wasn't he, for that famous David Seaman save? Atletico Ottawa, of course, yeah. With Mr. Placente, left back, could play centre back. Marcelo Gallardo. He doesn't look bad, has he? Set pieces, stamina, teamwork, tackers. Could be worth a shout. If only to unsettle him before the game. Saviola is just 13. Let's unsettle him as well. Costanzo, the famous Costanzo, not quite so good, but he might become, who knows. How old is Mr? Let's have a look. He's even in there. Tenerife, 16. Worth a look, you reckon? Aymar. So he's got good stuff, consistency, big matches. River is a good shout for a save after I've done this one. Chase the Libertadores, maybe? Right, overall, Xavi and Van Nistelrooy injured. Don't want to risk them. What we got in the reserves? Just an extra midfielder in the reserves, maybe. Knopper. Hershey. Stick a 14-year-old on the bench, shall we? Just for fun. 8 and 9. No, we lose Musampa. We lose. Okay, maybe not Hershey. Let's keep Musampa. Okay, first competitive game. River Plate. We are in Barcelona for the Club World Cup. Let's see how we go. Playing in away Ajax blue. And Kluivert scored some 35 yards. And that's about all that's going to happen in the half. Both have one shot on target. It's even. Could go either way. Lucky to get that early goal. Because they're all over us now. Kluivert's looking knackered. So let's give him just the half and bring on the big number 4. Yeah, he's going nowhere. Not yet anyway. Although, now that I've brought in Van Nistelrooy, they offer me enough money. Or we'll have a look at Barcelona's squad after the game, see what they've got. And one, Blind is tired. Let's give Puyol his debut at Camp Nou. Doing alright. Fanidi's misplacing a few passes, so Lipmanen. 5 from 5 on the headers for Lipmanen though. Kluivert can't head a ball to save his life, it would appear. Frank de Boer can't tackle. So it's going well. Oh, come on. Don't need those, they're playing. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we can do. I love going direct when I'm losing. Get some arrows going. Get the boys up there, 10 to go. Oh, we're going for it. 3 minutes to go. Come on, come on. Oh, so go. Oh, only one go through. That could end it already. River are going to beat those two, aren't they? Well, that's already disastrous. Alright, so let's have a look at Barca. Sort by age. Haji, Nadal, Prosinecki, Sergi, Cruyff obviously we've looked at, Albert Gelades, Ivan de la Peña. He was the next big thing, wasn't he? Okay, Real maybe? We got Mr. Raúl. Stick him on the list. Don't think he's needed right now. Moreno, Sands. Okay. Now, let's have a look here and see. Have we got another friendly? Yeah, we have. Can I cancel that? Cancel. Maritimo. Cancel. Pacos de Ferreira. Don't need that in the middle of a tournament. So, Dutch Super Cup to come, European Super Cup to come. This could be the highlight. Might not get any better than that. I don't always trust my tactics. Yeah, I play the game in a quite simplistic way, I guess. I like players that fit in a particular way. I mean, I know Mr. CM on the Rocks has an almost unholy knowledge of the databases. He can reel off names from the most random clubs in the world. I don't have that kind of knowledge, certainly not of this database, because I've never played it. I opened it for the first time at about 9:30 this morning. Yeah, so it'll be an interesting one, and it's completely thrown me that everyone is older than I expected. I've only just purchased them, so they bother with that one. got anyone being transfer listed? Raoul? Oh, I was going to say. On the 2021 database, you can look around about this time of the month, probably a week or so later. And there are some huge names transfer listed. Not so on this one. Oh yeah, Rox is, I don't know what he does with his days, but he knows everyone. Real-time players, he'll tell you about basketball, he'll tell you about any sport you mention. He'll have a working knowledge of it, and it's amazing. So yeah, hopefully he'll catch up with this stream at some point, and maybe he'll tweet me some players. The Abfats on Twitter, if you did want to do that, anyone? No one really there. Back alone. Samba and Dai, maybe it's too early. Goalie's going to be an issue. If I can't find one. Let's go. Goalkeepers. Let's go with the age. Let's lose the passing. Let's lose the acceleration. Let's lose the strength. They don't really need that. Westerveld, now we're talking. 20, he could come in, 1.5. Oh, kind of Deleuze there, I just spied. What have we got? Jason DeVos, he was mentioned. Dolan, 41 caps. Zodiac. Orange County Zodiacs. Dino Lopez of Milwaukee. Columbus Crew. So Carl Valentine. 1 in 33. Those are the days of Canadian struggles. 1 goal in 33 caps. 2 goals in 16. Carlo playing in England. Sun's out. Do I need the shower curtain? No, I think I'm okay. McLean, Ian McLean. Yeah, I thought I'd heard of him, Bristol Rovers. Did a couple of years living in Bristol. So that rang a bell. Overmars is back. I don't want to sell Gallardo. I don't want to sell Imar. Dutch Cup is starting. And Costanzo. We are relying on Sander Westerveld coming in, I think. Right, let's play Toluca. Everyone's a little knackered, so we'll give Clive that shirt to Van Nistelrooy for this one. De Boer can come back in. Who's most tired? Daily Blind. Danny Blind. Keep saying Daily, I don't know. Alcio Santos. Finidi. 100%, yes you are. So you can come in for Hoekstra. Let's go with that. Let's hopefully rack up a few goals. 7 minutes, nothing's happened. 15 minutes, 1 shot. Well, we're keeping them to nothing. Just not doing anything herself. Yes, the ball scores. So that's one. I have no fears about us conceding. No, let's just leave it as it is. I'm really not a tinkerer. It's watching everyone else on streams and on Twitch. Yeah, I'm not a tinkerer. I can't start becoming one. Overmars tired. Let's get Kiki out there. Two 2-0, comfortable. Two shots in the end. River have already won their second game, so they are through pretty much. Can't see them losing to Toluca. They looked pretty poor. Oh, come on! Don't make me bid so much. I need this keeper. 4 cells in. We can grow in the reserves. Southend want Chomakov, who's still not done anything. 4 cells straight in at 5.25 mil. You might notice that there are not many names on this list for when you put in school. That is because of a patch that has been added that has reduced that number to people of a certain potential ability, potential PA. So they are just the players that are actually potentially going to be any good. So it does help me out in the fact that these guys are here. Cannot picture any Scottish players playing for Ajax right now. Steven Gerrard's not going to leave Liverpool, is he? Joe Cole already West Ham, 13 years old. Dean Cates, who remembers Dean Cates? Darren Huckabee, Adrian Mutu. Can I potentially play him as a winger? 250 grand I could. Fair Ventola, they're all blooming attacking. He's not going to leave Lazio. Patrick Vieira. Nearly 10 million already. Buffon. No history, so he won't be leaving Parma. Tell that 95-96 was a golden age for Italian football. All these players at Italian clubs. No, he's only just joined, not worth it. Zambrotta, attacking player, no, just joined. Michael Ballack, attacking midfielder again. George Boateng, would they let him go? He looks good, doesn't he? Slapping a 5 million for him. Ronaldo we've looked at. Juan Cobain, right back that needed. Fabrizio. Juan Roman Riquelme, Walter Samuel. So there is going to be options down the line. Celestine Babayaro, 22 for marking, never. Notice that 22. I'm using Mac now. I used to be on Windows, and now switched over to a MacBook. So using the starter kit, John Bett's starter kit, excellent piece of work. Got to big up John. He has done a grand job with the kit, getting it working on Mac as well. After my laptop died, I thought the game was gone for me because it's notoriously difficult to run on a Mac. But yeah, he's somehow done some wizardry behind the scenes with the help of Nick. Bits and pieces from Nick's patcher. Yeah, wizardry to be able to get this working on Mac so quickly, so easily, and with so many different databases available. So yeah, got to big up John. He's done a grand job. But some of those patches that are listed are the uncapped 20s. So if I was to look at a certain player, essentially the game will show you on the original anything from 1 to 20. Yeah, but in the back of house, in the behind the scenes in the game, there will be players that are over 20. So if you wanted to look at Maxim Sigalko on the original game, you'll see that he's got, I think, 22, something like that, for finishing when the game starts. So there are a number of players that have stats that are more than 20. They just didn't previously show in game. So we can look at Patsy Ferreira here. Just about see at their heading of 21. Normally on attacking attributes that you see the most. So Darius Voj, 21 for creativity. Sasa Churchic, ex-Bolton, but he is 21 for dribbling. So it just shows a whole new side to the game and opens up a whole new group of players that maybe you wouldn't have looked at before, but now you would. Yeah, Star, as you say, Mega Horses players. Yeah, 40. When you look at, let's look at staff searches and physios. Yeah, 44. Gary Lewin, 44 for physiotherapy. 44, 43, so the first. How many pages? 60, 70, 110. Almost every physio has more than, there you go, 184 pages of physios with a stat higher than 20, and some going as high as 46, was it? Okay, 44. Jim Walker of Aston Villa, not very good at much else. Coaching, 22 for Co-Adriens. Coaching outfield, judging player potential. So if I could bring in Bruno Conte as a scout, find every decent player in the world, surely, if scouts worked. Motivating, 24. Tactical knowledge, 22. Judging ability and potential, both at 24. So there are some top-notch players, but also non-players out there that you may not have looked at previously. So yeah, if you are thinking of doing that, absolutely get on Nick's Patcher or the starter kit and activate those. Stankovic, as I thought, maybe available a little sooner. Canada unfortunately lose again. Rock bottom, no goals, 9 conceded. Sorry, mate. Tough group though. The RG's Denmark and Australia. Viduka for you there. Valentine played again, so he's now 1 in 34. So your Confederations is over. Great shout. I heard coaching-wise, if your attributes add to 50, that's the max benefit. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm not one that really goes in for training schedules or anything like that. I just let them do what they want. So some of my players probably won't evolve as well as they might, but it's never really come back to bite me in the arse before. So yeah, I just let them do what I want. I just improve them as I can. But yeah, some people say that you can't have more than 3 assignments for them. So if we go into training, so you'll see some of the coaches, they have 5. Some will take a couple off, so they only have 3 assignments. But yeah, 20-20-10 or whatever. But yeah, I don't really go in for training them. Everyone goes in general. It's really something I should look at, but 20 years in, it's not really harmed me that much, so I'll just continue as I am. But yeah, it can be an asset, let's say. Great shout on this guy. We'll get him in and see what he does over the life of his contract. And this guy looks good as well in places. Can't tackle, definitely can't pass, can't dribble, but I don't need him for that. So that's the kind of player that should be in a training routine, really. Yeah, so maybe it's something I'll look at, but oh, now we're talking. Toluca have beaten River, which means we have a chance. Beat Al Hilal and we should go through. Come on, don't make me go back for another goalie. One player search, yeah. Okay, goalies under 21 interested. With the least handling. Just Ida. Come on. Benny Goal. Let's up to 15 again now. Bosnich. Boyer too old. They're all too old. Dida or Westerveld. Have to play this chump from the reserves at some point. Pat Borner. Big Nev. Account for his regen. Well, that's one thing I've not done actually, is run the GPF2. Bear with. GPF2, if you don't know, is a app which takes a snapshot essentially of the database that you've loaded, and will list all the players and will make a note of when they retire. It will give you, if you look for it, their new name. So Neville Southall will retire as a Welsh goalkeeper. He's 36 at some point. He will return as a Welsh young goalkeeper called Bryn Jones, stereotype. But it will be able to find him if you did need to do so. So what I tend to do is just play the game as normal, and then once a season I will then look at the signings that I've made and see if they are someone famous or a nobody. Doesn't really matter to me whether they are or aren't, because I'd have signed them already. So right, Lippmanen, have a break. can't give Xavi a game in this one, can we? He's too green. Got to be Martin Reusser. Put Xavi on the bench. Fanidi and Van Nistelrooy. Give Carney the start this time. Kluivert on the bench. Relying on a very unpredictable player to get us through. Okay, we will start on match stats. Hopefully we'll put it to bed early. We're not putting it to bed early, we are literally putting them to the sword. We're doing everything apart from school. It's better not turn into a champing. Yassine Okocha. Not even clickable. Gotta just... well no, Carney's doing nothing, only one shot. Royce has had the most shots. So Carney goes, Kluivert comes on. 45 minutes for Kluivert to do the business. Let's put the ball. Bogard. I was hoping to give Xavi a run, but unless this improves, I don't think that's going to happen. Come on. 20 minutes to go. Kluivert's done nothing. Oh, come on now. You're going to make me go direct. Let's get some arrows going. I really need to buy a mouse for this laptop. It's all over the place. Come on. Give me the arrow. So I take off the DMC. Let's get overalls up there with Kluivert. December can go there. Need to put in some exceptional crosses. One goal puts us through. One goal. That's gone over. Oh, 9 to go. David's getting booked. Oh man, Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia. That is abysmal. Absolutely abysmal, we're out. Roger. Sebastian Marguerite. Gianluca Avasana. No, you're no good to me, man. Valdo, thanks. Would be splendid. Not for that money. Cesar Sabao, 27, too old. George Costa don't want to come. Already distraught. 2.5 mil. 02's not coming. Right, let's win this one, shall we? 06, 07, 5 subs. 3 defenders, not really the way to go. Right, can drop off. Puyol can drop off. Blend. They were both shocking. They can both piss off. Don't care if you're not 100%, you are playing. You've got to win this. Got to win it. Give me something. Come on now. Yes, get in. Is that Royce? Bit cheeky that we're playing the game at our home ground. Oh no, Marcio Santos got the goal. De Boer's going to have to play on the left, is he? Where's Royce though? He's not left footed anymore. Let's go with that. Rick Van Hobble, did I just say? Right. 6s for 2 of the back 3. 42 out of 42 passes. What did he get a 6? Not there to make tackles, he's there to just play football. Finidi George is a bloody liability on the right. 3 out of 10. Got anyone to bring on for you? Come on, bring me a trophy. Bring me a trophy. 10 minutes to go. Can't change anything now. Oh, David. Just about to... Oh, yeah, get in. Get in. The back 3 do the job. 61 out of 65 passes. 2 tackles, which were both key. 1 out of 4 headers, we'll let that slide. But the winning goal in the Dutch Super Cup. First trophy of the Eb van der Vat's era. Overmars is injured again. Injury proneness 12. Player of some potential. Is he though? Got to 5. I don't want to sell Boateng. Altamirano too old. Well done, Slotty. There he is. Juninho. 12 and a half. Unlucky. Yum, yum, yum. Want to come for 5? Got history. Might sell. 19 to 25. Look at your ages. Marcos, 10 for handling. Right, let's look at transfer listed. 15 scoring, obviously. No one any good. Ronnie Eklund. Tito rejected. How high am I going to have to go here? Let's give him 5. He's worth 5. Let's not go overboard though. And ball, yeah, they're not going to sell. Right, Groningen. Erwin Koeman. Van Dijk. Not the Van Dijk. Dominique Van Dijk. Now I had him in Inverness Caledonian Caribbean Thistle. Did a save on the Champman Facebook group. Facebook group. Inverness Caribbean Thistle, only signing players from Caribbean countries. And this guy played centre midfield for me. So he obviously didn't have his second nationality at that point. Not many names that I recognise there. Alhamdoui. Ronaldo Sion. Bombarda. Dean Gore, I just saw that. He looked good though. Bombarda. Dean Gore. Huddersfield, was it? He turned up at some point. Right, Overmars out. Musampa can start. Let's just transfer this dude. Send him off to the reserves. Davids needs a rest. So what better time than a Xavi debut? Got extra subs this time, so Kanu and Cornet. Roycer can stay in. No, Roycer, Lippmann and Roycer. Okay, let's do this. Let's get off to a start. Ugh, play hard out. End on. Unnecessary, Groningen. Half time. Will it be? Yes, it will. And Nistelrooy with the goal. Everyone's doing all right. That's 2. There's 1 for Fanidi. Still can't pass. They get out 13, but Lind is knackered. And then he came on a sub. Oh, come on! Panels. Go on, get another one in. 15 to go. Oh, the ball, you chump. Just about to sub off Musampa then. Right, Roy, so you can just cover for Musampa. Not where you play, but that'll do. Comfortable, comfortable. Okay, 3-0 win. Take that. And we top the table. Let's hope we stay there for the next 37 games, 34 games. Don't care about the Club World Cup now. Marcel Ferrier. Average. The ball's going to miss a game, but I want that for a week. Valencia beat River. Gulo. Mendieta. A little bit of Mendieta in the morning. Okay. Wim Kieft. Not going back in more than 5 mil. Final lose to Herenveen. We are away to Willem on a Sunday afternoon without the ball. Davids comes in. He's going to have to do some running. Overmars can go on the bench. Bogard out. Gotta play this guy, man. Scholten. While he's here. Let's see what we can do. Slow start again. Come on, boys. Oh, yes. 4 out of 10 on target is piss poor. David, you're a chump. Casual. Kiki Misampa too now. Got you as you drive. Wow. Good to have you sticking with me. Looking at the time, I'm probably going to do 20-25 minutes more maybe. And then see how we go. As I mentioned at the start, the missus is away. But I'm home with the kids. They're all at school, so I can got a week off work. I've got a week off of work, so I can do a little bit in the daytime, but also hopefully a little bit in the evenings as well. Don't want to step on anyone else's toes though, who may be out there and streaming. So we'll see how we go on that. You never know in this house, anything could change. I still don't want to sell Dida. It's goalkeeper. Lose that, lose that, lose that, lose that, lose that. Give me someone who can do all of those. Who's under 21. Marcos. No history. 10 for handling is awful. There's just no decent keepers on this game. Dida. Elsinga. Am I gonna have to go with him? We won't sell him though, will they? Zottmulder. Million. So I actually get you for a while. Better link. Done bad. Decisions, determination, agility 11. 20 though, could grow. Like a million in for him. Robertino Blagrove. Non-promotion. Distinctly average there. Roy Wantier. No. Man. So I need to win some stuff. Get some more people interested. Best way of doing that, I guess, will be the Super Cup, European Super Cup coming up. Is that the next game? Yes, it is. Parma. With Buffon. Mutsi, Kripa, Stoichkov, Zola, Sensini, Bucci, Kuta, Spria, Brolin, Leonardo, Dino Baggio. All off limits. Filippo Inzaghi. Shortlist. Cannavaro. Oh man. Oh I mean. Maybe a bit more than Oscar. Scouts at the game. Franceschini, average, Baroni, Baffa, Buffon, Scout, Dennis Fabi, David. It's an interesting situation. So my hope is win this Super Cup, more players will be interested. Certainly boost my rep, I guess. What's my rep at the moment? 13th in Holland. Just by virtue of winning that Super Cup, I reckon. Here we go. Everyone's fit. And this time we've got an 8. Everyone did alright in the last one, so they've got to stay in. And hope Parma don't dick us. Yeah, let me know. That would have been the start. 16 minutes in. What are they playing? Santini going walkabout. Big wing backs. Xavi's still in midfield, isn't he? Oh, Gianfranco. I'm going to change things up. I'm going to try my other formation, which is a bit narrower. Which means Shabby will go in there. Sambu can play there. Fanidi's going to have to come back side. Can Sholton play right back? No. Get right Tigger on them. Can't play centre back either. Could probably get away with him at left back. So I'm looking at get away with him at centre back. The ball can play left back. Play those big swinging balls. Still right, a bit tired. Can climb out the run. Change of formation, see what that does. No shots on target from 3. We've already had a shot on target now. Do we look like scoring? I'd say probably not. 20 to go. Let's go direct. Come on. Come on. Oh, 4, 3. Oh. Poor. David's owned the ball pretty much. Instead of 20 misplaced passes, that's awful. Not great. Claudio Lopez. He could be a winger. 1.6 million for Champions League. Leon Palmer again. Freiburg. Denny Lanzat. Not good enough currently. Lots of games rearranged. And this has not gone well, really. Joffrey Mathieu. Again, it's a body. We'll see what he does in the reserves. Pim Moonen. Hello. Sure. Decent young player. Come in. £650 a week. Francesco La Rosa. Who's Pim Moonen? An actual player? Let's have a look. Pim Moonen. It didn't come up on a Google search. And there he is. Player profile. And transfer marked. He's currently 44. In real time. Defender from the Netherlands. Unknown club until 1998. And then played a couple of games for MVV Maastricht. Probably because his tackling is 2 and his stamina is 3. But Beto's not good enough to play. Besselink. Right, FC Twente. No Davids de Boer. Wants a new contract. Currently on 55. Can't offer you more than 50. It's an issue. Fanidi. 41.5. Let's go 45. See what we can do. I do not want to start the game yet. Shelby, thanks for coming. Roy, second start. Only change. We go again. So let's get the league kicking. Come on. I haven't started on match stats. That's where it's all going wrong. Better, slightly better. Yes, 11-1 now. Come on. Get a second. Good enough. Lippmann might need a break. Miss Sampa might need a break. We'll get to 70, shall we? See what we're doing. Get a second. Get a second. Come on. Come on. Haven't got a shot on target yet, Van Nistelrooy. Lippmann out. Play Carney there. See what he can do. Sampa overmass. Upgrade. Still only 1-0 though. Still only 1-0. Yes, Van Nistelrooy scores. Oh, come on! Oh. 3. Who got it? Frank de Boer. 3-0. We top the table. Claudio Lopez now. Sparta next. Fanidi signs new contract. Scouts watch Mister. 17 for dribbling. 18 for loyalty. That's about all he's got. Anticipation 2. Creativity 4. Finishing 4. Heading 2. Long shots 3. Yeah, he's no good. Scouts watch Buffon. Could be a useful addition, but he's not going to go anywhere right now. Cannavaro, good prospect. Look at him. Idiots. Pim Moonen. He can come in anyway. He looks disgraceful, but he can come in. Right, don't need 3 keepers. Shelby in. You can go, you can come in. Vanderberg, I don't think I need you, my friend. Who can I give it to? Probably someone defensive based. Let's give it Shaq Poke. On Star's recommendation. We're into September. There's been no mention of a transfer window. Joffrey can come in and sit in the reserves. Road has been moved for TV. And then go back to the top. Straight in the reserves, thank you. Clivert's out for a few days and is back. Sparta away. Everyone's fit. Lisa for Davids. Sampa for Overmars. do. I've got somebody who can play left back on the bench if I change things. That'll do. Not quite champions of the UCL yet. We not sure how much you saw. We won the Dutch Super Cup. We lost the European Super Cup. Van Nistelrooy has just scored to make it 1-0, and that puts us back top of the table after 3 1/4 games. We have had the Champions League groups drawn. De Boer is now injured. And we got Parma, Freiburg and someone else. I can't remember. We'll have a look after the game. Well, just going to say we struggle to get a second goal to put teams away, but there it is. So 2-0 up, yet to concede. Parma would be good around now. They were the team that beat us in the European Super Cup. They've got the likes of Buffon, Zola, Stoichkov is there. I'll show you the team that they played against us in a sec. 3-0 up. No one looks too tired. Overmars maybe, but 3 minutes left, so we'll leave it. There we go. So fixtures, Parma. So we lost 1-0, and that was the team. Leonardo left back, Cannavaro, Sensini, Brolin, Stoichkov, Zola, Aspria to come off the bench. Filippo Inzaghi didn't get in the game, but also many more that didn't even make the bench. So strong side for Parma. But now we've got them again. So we'll look at the Champions Cup. So we've got Lyon. No huge names there, I can see. Freddy Canute. Florian Maurice. Sami Abu. Joseph Desiree. So a few names up front. Steve Malbranc there. No history, can't sign him up. So yeah, Lyon, Parma and Freiburg. Uwe Spies. Jean Todt. Ferrari's manager. Buffon doesn't start as he's still quite young, 17, so he's still growing. Ludovic Julie, did I see? Is he in the squad? No, let's see where he is. Keyboard, G-I-U, G-I-U. Wow, keyboard's having an issue. Oh, here's the Ludovic. Yes, I'd imagine will probably be quite good. So we're still going, yet to concede. Hopefully that will continue. It's Champions League first against Lyon. De Boer is injured. Silway again. 96 is fine for everyone else, so let's get off to a decent start. Again in blue. Casanova for them. Right, Leon lead, Florian Maurice. Oh, he's got another one. This is not good. Nistelrooy struggling, Van der Sar being awful. Let us try this then. We will have those two can swap. David's complete DMC. Letman. One up front still, but a lot more attacking. Go direct. So it's quite even. Should have left it as it was. Yeah, I've got next opponent on. I'll probably just skip past the news. Advantage of only looking at one, probably because I knew the name, so I thought I'd have a look at Julie and see what was what. So yeah, I probably skipped past the news. Yeah, Leon, I didn't get to it. Leon scouting complete, there it was. Race will pounce on any chances, he did just that. 45? I don't think so. I want him, but I don't want him that much. Slap a 10 million. No, he's not even going about that. Phone's going mental. Move that away. Probably telling me that nothing's working on the stream. No, I doubt it does. I mean, the scouts in the game are pretty poor. So you can never really trust what they say. It's all about really just getting the attributes visible for yourself. Sometimes they will come up trumps, but not very often, I would say. Van Nistelrooy 3 and 4 in the league. Overmars. Just not played enough. Let's give these lot one more as we're at home. Start on match stats. Get the old blooming well, 22 minutes of nothing. There's Van Nistelrooy, 5th of the season. Let's get a second. Come on. Come on. You make it hard for yourself, boys. There's 2. Well done. Litman. Oh, I've got one back. Makes it edgy again. Yeah, well done. For Needy George. Let's give Litman an arrest. Sub, ref, sub. There you go. Corner can play in midfield. What's the save you're writing on now? Remind me, I do know actually, don't I? Linfield. No, I didn't know that. Oh, and which database you gone with? Original? Decent choice in that league. They're the only professional club, aren't they? Everyone else is semi-pro. Northern Ireland job, yeah, to boost their rep as well. Again, I'm not going to tinker and change. We're just going to play and hopefully get through this one. Yeah, there's Van Nistelrooy. De Boer 17 from 17 passes. 2 up. Van Nistelrooy on fire. So we're off the mark. Yeah, that's an own goal. 3 now. Let's boost that goal difference. Ah, semi-pro as well, okay. Makes it tough. How many seasons in you are? Just hoping for a big club away from home in a European game. German club with a 70,000 stadium or something. Get some gate fees in. So 5-0, comfortable win here. Van Nistelrooy hat-trick. Gets us on the board. Still doesn't get us into the qualifying positions. 3rd season. Good, so yeah. Managed to get any big names in yet? Low wage, big signing fee. David's out. Xavi in, Royster onto the bench. Littmanen. Littmanen. Overmars needs a rest as well. Let's give this one to Hoekstra. Okay, I'll have to dig that out and have a read. One of my favourite parts of the Champman forum is the story section. So yeah, that's where I normally spend a lot of my time. So you would have seen potential previous stories from me of Haribo. Things, what was it called? Kids and Grown-Ups Love Him So. A Happy World of Haribo. So different slant on a Champman save. Managed to focus it on the player. So it was on Haribo and his career. That was done. That was written over the course of about 8 or 9 years, actually, real time. Started on the February 2011 database. He started at Colchester United as a centre forward. Ended up playing for Juventus, Real Madrid. Just gone where I stopped. He'd just gone to Chelsea, and then he'd gone to Liverpool. Their manager left, and he'd just, in the save, been appointed player manager, which I barely ever see in game. But yeah, gives me lots to read about in story. Other stories I mentioned Inverness earlier, which I've done. I normally do a Jamaican national team save on each database, so trying to sign up all the dual nationality players. Ever heard of Terje Huisinen? Huisinen? No, I haven't, as you can tell by the way I'm pronouncing his name. Oh, Vitesse have equalised. Other stories, yeah, the Jamaican one was good. That was the first time I streamed. Oh, De Boer scores. 20 to go. Other saves, what have I done? I did one with Daniel Maldini. That was probably about 2 or 3 years ago. That was on the forum. All-time appearances, I think it was called. and my aim was to get him to do more appearances for Milan than he did than his dad, Paolo Maldini. Maldini played 700 and something. On the database that I used, Daniel Maldini was absolute tosh. He was the worst player potentially you've ever seen in game. But I had to play him, and he played every week, and he ended up with nearly 1,200 appearances for Milan. He'd won the Champions League 7 or 8 times, and it was done using this other formation actually. It was done using this one, so yeah, that was a good save. I enjoyed that one. Other ones I've done, can't even remember what I've done now on that forum. Got it open on a different laptop, so we'll have a look, see if any are listed. County Championship, that was one that I've done. In spite of, yeah, he was awful. He scored about 20 goals. He was an attacking midfielder, obviously. He scored about 20 goals in his career, but yeah, just won everything. Let me look him up and see if I can find his actual stats at the end. So all-time scorer was one I did. So that was taking Cristiano Ronaldo on the Lucenoff database to become greatest ever Portugal goal scorer. That lasted a good few years until the save crashed, and he ended, let's see if I can find him, on find the final one. So just international goals I was bothered about. He scored 184 in 108 caps, and he was only 25. So I talked about uncapped 20s earlier. He had decisions 23, dribbling 25, finishing 25, heading 24, off the ball 25. He was an absolute beast of a player. He'd won Euro 2004, World Cup 2010, the Confederations Cup in 2007 and 2009. That crashed in 2010. But yeah, he was a hell of a player. My other save, yeah, with Maldini was, let's see if I can find that. That was quite a while ago now. Not even on page 1 of the stories anymore. All-time appearances, there he is. So Daniel Maldini retired from Milan 109 days short of his 40th birthday in the summer of 2041. So the breakdown on the whole family: Cesare Maldini, Daniel's grandfather, played 398 games for Milan. Paolo Maldini, his father, played a then record 902 matches for Milan before going on to become technical director at the club. Daniel Maldini has surpassed them both and ended with 1,128 games for AC Milan. In that time, I did him a disservice actually. He scored 209 goals, but he won 16 Scudetto, 10 Coppa Italias, 14 Italian Super Coppas, 9 Champions Leagues. Paolo only won 5. He was often dropped for the European Super Cups. He only won 4 of those. 6 European Club World Cups, not Europeans. So yeah, 59 trophy haul. He won everything there was to win in the game. The only other funny thing was he ended up being capped for Venezuela, not Italy, which I thought was hilarious. But anyway, I digress from the game. Yeah, massive statue outside San Siro. Maybe they'll move it to wherever AC and Inter end up playing next. So I think what I'm going to do, looking at the time, is just play this one game. So thanks for joining me, Stuart. I'll hopefully be able to give a bit of prior notice next time for when I'm playing. Just DM me the new series. Yeah, really interested actually. I'd love to have a read of that. Oh, Hoekstra scored. We're 1-0 up. Getting a bit of morale behind us now, I think. Yeah, Royce, first ever goal. 2-0 up against Parma. Have they played a B team or something? Not really. Looks like a strong side. Interesting arrows, but 5 at the back. So, oh, that was me. I thought I had an injury straight after centre then. So yeah, good way to finish a win over Parma. Royce has got his second, just about to take him off because he was getting tired. Can't change anything. Look at Sonny Saloy, 78 from 78 on the passing. He's a machine at the back. 86 from 86. Go on, get to 100. Go on. Oh, unlucky. 86 from 86. 3 tackles, 1. All of them key. He gets an 8. How's that work? Very convincing win. Puts us now top of Group B. We are also top of the Eredivisie. 4 points clear. Roda have a game in hand though, so could pull that back to 2 points. But yeah, as good a place to finish as ever. End of September. So what may happen is you may see me back on this evening. You may see me on again tomorrow. Either way, thanks for joining me. I hope to see you again next time. Thanks very much. See you later. Bye.